boys. Let's keep it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts. We don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth. Don't play with the voice. Ay, let's keep it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts. We don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth. Don't play with the voice. We talk fake friends, side dudes, heartbreak too. Baby mamas, baby daddies, nothing off the menu. She ain't scared to speak it, now she built for the flame. Say your name without say your name, if it's smoke, it's the same. Energy loud, teeth stay hot. Truth hit different when it land on the spot. So fix your face, don't flinch, don't scam. It's the queen of real talk, yeah, that's Am. Let's keep it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts, we don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth, don't play with the voice. Ay, let's keep it real with Am. Let's go. Real talk, raw facts, we don't move slow. She cut through the drama like a blade to the noise. Southern Belle with the truth, don't play with the voice.
Hey, everybody. Okay. Hey, NXS. Hey, Tabby. Hey, Rira. Caramel. My Black is Beautiful. Terry Dow. HG. What's up, everybody? Come on in. So, okay, y'all. So, today, let me read my, hey, Benny J. The copyright disclaimer under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. So, today, y'all, I'm coming here with a story here in Alabama. Hey, Angel. Thank you, Penny J, for my first super sticker or chat. I ain't for sure what it is. Thank you, boo. So it's a story coming here out of Alabama. The young fella's name is Jabari Peoples. He was actually unalived by one of the officers here in Homewood, Alabama, which is up, I think it's up by Birmingham. Am I right? My Black is Beautiful. Am I right? Thank you, NXS. Hey, Roslyn. Hey, Lolita. But I think it's over there. Hey, Jazz. Okay, Birmingham. I thought so. So, actually, what I found out was it's actually where Anaya Blanchard, they stayed in the same city. Anaya Blanchard, I'm going to be talking about Anaya Blanchard this week too. Thank you, Protect Your Peace, for my super sticker. Thank you. Thank you, Dolly. Okay, so y'all, so this young fella who was 18 years old, who was in college, had his whole life ahead of him, or whatever the case may be. He was unalived on the 23rd of June, which was this past Monday, okay? With him being unalived, I think he was at a park, okay? He was at a park and he was parked. And thank you, Karen Bell. He was parked and it's a off-duty. I think it was a undercover cop. Asked him and his friend to get out. They got out, and he put Jabari on the ground. And the rest is history. Okay? The rest is history. Now, when he did that, they did not inform Jabari's family until they did not inform him until that was the 23rd. So they didn't do it until, hey, Robin, I think the 24th at 10:30 a.m. Okay. And they had the coroner, what is it? The coroner? What is it? I think I'm saying it right. They had them go and tell the family that he was unalived. Okay. So what I think they were doing was trying to clean up the evidence. Okay. Hey, Gwen, I think they was trying to clean up the evidence of what they had done. Hey, Ramona. So, so let's read some of this. And everybody need to be sharing this on these platforms, because really we need to be doing what they did for George Floyd. This is what we need to be doing for their family. It's time out for these officers unaliving our young black men. So this is his sister, and she says the official statement from the family of Jabari Peoples. On the night of June 23rd, 2025, at approximately 9:30, our loved one, Jabari Peoples, was shot and killed by an officer affiliated with law enforcement in Homewood, Alabama, near Lakeshore Boulevard. At no point were we notified by law enforcement or medical personnel. Instead, our family was contacted by the Jefferson County Coroner's Office at 10 o'clock a.m. the following morning. Over 12 hours after Jabari was pronounced dead. By the time we were contacted, his body had already been transported and an autopsy had been conducted without our knowledge or consent. And we were instructed to send funeral home to retrieve him. We were denied the right to identify him. We were denied the right to be present. We were denied basic dignity. Contrary to reports and assumption being pushed publicly, Jabari was not armed. He was not aggressive. He did not resist. He complied. He was approached by an individual in an unmarked vehicle with no lights, no sirens, no visible identification. The officer exited the car, taped on, and told the occupants to exit. They followed directions. Jabari complied, and within seconds, he was taken to the ground and unalived. Moment of silence. Unbelievable. A witness was present. That person saw everything. There was no weapon. There was no threat. And once Jabari was shot, the officer took no life-saving action, no CPR, no medical attention, nothing. He was left to bleed out on the street. Jabari was a college student. He had a family. He had a future. He was unarmed. He complied. And now he's gone. We have not received a full incident report. We have not been given footage. We have not heard one word. Thank you, Gwen, for that Cash App. I appreciate it. We have not heard one word of explanation from the Homewood Police Department. But we have heard lies. We've read the headlines. We watched attempts to twist the narrative. Let's be clear. This was not just negligence. It was a violation of Jabari's civil rights, of our family human rights, of due process, and of decency. We are demanding immediate public release of the full police report, all available body cam and dash cam footage, identification of the officer involved, a full independent investigation, accountability at every level. We will pursue this case until the truth is fully exposed and justice is served, not only for Jabari, but for every family who's been forced to bury a loved one without any answers. Say his name, Jabari Latrell Peoples. His life mattered. His death would not be ignored, and his story would not be rewritten. So that is from his precious sister. Hey, Joanne. Thank you, Renithia, for that super chat. Oh my God, this is sad. These stories are heartbreaking. Yes, it's very sad. Send it to Roland Martin. So yes, y'all, this happened here. It's about an hour and 15 minutes away from me, y'all. It is very scary to think about it, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest, for the simple fact I have a son. My sister have boys. You know, boys is in our family. We're right here in Alabama, okay? And it can happen anywhere because, as y'all see, it happened in Miami with what's his name, Trayvon Martin. It happened to George Floyd, wherever he was. I forgot where he was. It can happen anywhere, just not because it's Alabama and everybody automatically think that, oh, they're racist. Hey, Mika. But it's sad. And it's what's really, I'll be so happy when that family, I hope they get a lawyer. If not, they probably already got it. Minnesota. Okay. Hey, Sabi, I would be so happy, y'all, if the lawyer or somebody can get that body footage, because I don't even care about the lies that let's see. Hold on, let's see. Because, see, this is the lies that they put out this evening, y'all. That the news put out. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Here goes a clip. Let me see. This may not be what I'm looking for, but I want to look at it.
Killed in a Homewood police shooting.
Shot to death at the Homewood soccer park.
Now, breaking news this afternoon, an Aliceville family defending the teen killed in a Homewood police shooting. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Decker.
I'm Guy Rawlings. Jabari Peoples was shot to death at the Homewood soccer park Monday night.
Yeah, WVTM 13's John Papke is joining us live in Aliceville with more today on the family's reaction. John, what have you learned at this point about the 18-year-old?
Well, Brittany, Jabari Peoples was studying computer sciences in college with dreams of actually working for the CIA one day. We're told that his family is potentially meeting with an attorney at this church just outside Aliceville as we speak, and are prepared to make a statement to us in the next half hour or so. Now, Peoples' family say that he's actually been working as security at the DCH Medical Center there in Tuscaloosa before Monday night. That's when they claim he was hanging out with his girlfriend in Homewood near the soccer park. Then around 9:30, police claim they received a call about a suspicious vehicle in the parking lot. In new details released by Homewood Police today, the officer said he approached Peoples' car when he smelled marijuana coming from the vehicle. The officer said he spotted a gun in the car's driver's side door. While trying to handcuff Peoples, the officer claims he was knocked to the ground, and Peoples grabbed the gun from the door, forcing the officer to open fire. Of course, we now know Peoples passed away. Now, Homewood Police say the officer was wearing a body camera, which clearly captured what led up to the shooting. Aaliyah is now handling the investigation. They will ultimately take what evidence they do collect, turn that over to the DA, who will ultimately decide whether or not any criminal charges will be filed. Back to you.
John, obviously there's two sides to every story. What's the family's version of what happened?
Well, actually, in a long statement, Guy, released on Facebook by Mr. older sister, she claims that the girlfriend that was was no gun, that he was not armed at all. He actually did not resist a police officer, and he complied with all of the commands the officer gave him. We do expect to hear what else the family has to say, like I mentioned, in the next half hour or so. Live in Aliceville, John Papke, WVTM 13.
Okay, so My Black is Beautiful, was that his girlfriend with him? Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. That's exactly what they're doing. Protect your peace. No, there was not a there. They are trying to clean up the situation, y'all. It was not a gun on there. The friend that was there, she said that he didn't have any gun. Everything that they're putting out, he said, is a lie. Even if it was a gun, even if he did, let's say for instance that he did have weed, it still don't give them a right to take. It still don't give him a right to take this young man's life. I don't care if he had weed, a gun, or anything. It still don't give him a right to take this young man's life. Hey, Valencia. So the friend that he was with said that there was not a gun. She said he complied to everything. He wasn't aggressive. So their story versus her story is where we, where it's at. And I do believe them. I don't see why they would have a reason to lie. I don't care what it was, that he had no right to unalive him. Period. Point blank, period. Okay? Unless he had the gun to his head, and we all know that wasn't the case. I will be so happy when they get the body cam, y'all. Y'all know I am going to report on that, because I want to see it, because this kind of reminds me of there's the fourth young man that was unalived this month. Really? Because what this reminds me of, y'all, you remember the body cam that they had on, I can't think of what her name is, but she got unalived last July. She was at home. I think she had some type of mental state going on, and she was at home and she was paranoid, and the police came, and y'all remember the officer unalived her for no reason, y'all. Just shot her. She didn't do nothing. She called. How do you call the people for help and you end up getting unalived? How does that work? Yes, I can't think of what her name is, but yes. You calling for help and you end up unalive. How does I don't understand it. I don't. So yeah, y'all. So this is what's going on right now here in Alabama. This young guy that was unalive. They gonna claim it's nobody can just watch. But we all know when the police car lights come on, the body cam automatically comes on. Absolutely. And just like Protect Your Peace said, they're trying to edit it. They're going to try their best to make this young guy who had his whole life ahead of him, who was an outstanding citizen, who graduated from high school, who was off in college, going places. He had a future, y'all. They're going to try to make him the villain. Yep, that's her, Lolita. They don't know nothing about protecting and serving the community. No, they don't. No, they don't. I mean, they just out here unaliving, our young men. Like, it's crazy. Sonia Massey, that was her name, because it happened up there in Illinois. But yeah, y'all. So it just don't make no sense. It really don't. Let's see. Hey, Sparks. So Jamisha Phillips says the stories keep changing. If y'all want to cover up some, at least make it make sense. So many people can vouch for Jabari. Where's the body cam? Any cameras in that area? Where's the occupant? Does he pass this more? Did he pass this morning or last night? 30 minutes after he was shot, how did he go from an altercation to physical fighting? Was there a gun found? Are there not? Oh yeah. So if he had a pistol, where's the pistol at now? How did it go? Wait a minute. Okay. Are there not other procedures before pulling out a weapon? Was there really a threat to begin with? Did the police get treated on the scene or at the hospital? Do y'all know y'all mess with God's child? Absolutely. So this one says officer involved in shooting investigation. At approximately 21:30 hours at Homewood, that's 9:30. At Homewood, police officers was investigating a suspicious vehicle at Homewood Park. Oh, let me guess. He's suspicious because he's black and it's at night. Get the hell out of here. During the investigation, one of the occupants engaged in a physical altercation with the officer and then produced a handgun, resulting in an officer involved shooting. The officer was treated at the scene by the medics and released. The suspect was treated at the scene and then transported to UAB hospital where he was pronounced dead. Another lie. The girl said y'all did not treat him per Homewood Police Department policy. The investigation has been turned over to Alabama law enforcement agency investigators. Any further questions should be directed to them. I mean, this is crazy. It says Homewood police said fatal shooting of an armed Aliceville teen was captured on video and said the arrangements are being made for Jabari Peoples' family to watch the body camera footage. The Wednesday statement comes after people. Do y'all know what? What? I can't imagine. His family having to look at that body cam, but I do want to see it because I want to see what was all on there. What was on there? Like, really? They are unaliving our young men at a high rate. Yes, they are. Being the cop was undercover, but now they're trying to say the cop was in uniform. It's too many lies being told. They also saying the gun was seen in the door. That's what I read. He was 18 years old. He was in college, y'all. He had his whole life ahead of him. He wasn't the average, YN, okay? This boy was doing something with his life. He had a future ahead of him. He wasn't just out here. I don't care if he was smoking weed. He wasn't just out here, breaking and robbing and doing this and that. His life mattered. Just like anybody else's life would matter. Won't they take that officer and put him to war since he want to kill so bad? How about that? This boy he handsome too. This boy had his whole life ahead of him. We are tired of being scared of the very people who's supposed to protect us. Tired of Black people being seen as a threat before we're seen as human, especially not in places like Homewood, where the police department has a long-standing reputation for corruption and racial prejudice. Kendra Church. See, they can't play that stuff here in Montgomery. I mean, I ain't gonna say that couldn't happen here because Greg Gunn did get killed here in Montgomery. But what I'm saying is so many Black folks here. Montgomery is like 80% Black. So, but hold on. Let me finish reading. Hell, who doesn't smoke weed or eat edibles? Okay. Now another young Black man, Jabari Peoples, is gone. His family and a witness say there was no gun. They say the officer was in an unmarked vehicle. Those are major contradictions compared to your newly released statement. So we're calling what it is another cover-up. There are always three sides to a story, both sides and the truth. We demand the release of the body cam footage. If the officer had nothing to hide, show us the video. Don't feed us another made up story just to protect the cop who pulled a trigger too fast. And don't drag this on like the Carly Russell story. Okay? Because y'all Alabama elected officials didn't take the HB 202 bill serious, let's see how this young man Jabari Peoples case play out. Y'all keep allowing these people to manipulate you for your vote. Putting these people in office who don't give a damn about you nor your family. It was only a handful of Birmingham officials at the State House fighting against this bill. Where Miss White at? This where Miss White come in at. She preached to us about this political stuff in our cities, in our state. She said that is the most important time to vote, as Jasmine DeLoach was one of them. It's time to rise up, hysterical Birmingham, Alabama. Y'all keep saying history repeats itself. Well, from the looks of it, y'all ain't too prepared. But hey, if y'all like it, I love it. Get out your feelings and put real boots on the ground and show these people ain't shit sweet and the damn sure ain't an act. Oh, baby, this him. He graduated in 2024, y'all. Oh, it was something there. They were spreading. Hold on. This is another lie I seen. Can y'all hear me? Hey, Nina. Okay. Child, this internet makes me sick. The sister just put this up 30 minutes ago. She says this is from the mayor of Alexville, Alabama. I write to you today on behalf of my constitutes, the Peoples family, and its solidarity with concerned citizens across the state following the tragic shooting death of Mr. Jabari Peoples in Homewood this past weekend. Now, it wasn't no this past weekend. Now I done turned into this weekend. That was just Monday. Mr. Peoples, a young black man, was reportedly gunned down while spending time at the park with a friend. His death has sent shockwaves through our communities and raised serious concerns about the circumstances surrounding the incident. This is kind of blurry, y'all. And in the interest of transparency, accountability, and the public's right to know, I respectfully urge your administration to release all available footage related to this case. Oh, this is what the mayor said, y'all, in the case, including anybody worn a camera recordings, surveillance video, and dispatch audio, making this information public and critical step towards ensuring trust in the investigate. I don't know what that say. Investigation, or I don't know if it's something else. It's just It's blurry. Processing and demonstrating a commitment to justice and equal protection under the law. The moment calls for clarity and compassion. The people of Alabama deserve both. I trust that your office will handle this situation with transparency and leadership it demands. Sincerely, the mayor. Oh, y'all, this is what the mayor said, y'all. The mayor is requesting it, y'all. If the officer was in uniform, there should be a body cam. What? I thought he wasn't in uniform, but it is a body cam. Let me share this. What the? I don't want. Okay, what is? Okay, so then there was a statement earlier that said they described Jabari. It said that their mother did. They described Jabari as a vibrant young man with a bright future, recently graduated and planning to pursue vocational training. His mother, visibly shaken, stated he wasn't perfect, but he didn't deserve to die. The State Bureau of Investigation is leading the inquiry into the use of force, reviewing body camera footage, forensic evidence, and eyewitness statement. Now, she says, with that being said, my mother has not stated anything publicly. This is all a lie. So they made that lie up, y'all. This is sad. This is sad. Oh, where Miss White at? They tagged Ben Crump, girl. Where Miss White at? They done tagged Ben Crump, baby. They done tagged Ben Crump. That's when you know it's real. Falsely quoting my mother, who never said those words, on behalf of my brother, and claiming a visual was hell when there wasn't one. It's pure evil. She haven't spoken publicly to anyone. This is absolutely unjust. How could we have gathered Monday evening when it all happened Monday night? Can the media at least get the basic facts right? This is, oh my God, y'all, they lying so bad. We are already fighting so many false narratives. Homewood Police Department and the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency are feeding lies to the media. All we want is justice. Oh my God. Says, this is his brother, Bron Peoples. He says, so now we're being told that he tried to take the officer's weapon, but at first it was stated that he pulled a weapon on the officer. That was also the statement one of the investigators gave us over the phone, claiming it was based on reviewing the footage. We knew right away that something about that didn't sound right. Following that, this morning, we spoke with a second investigator who told us they still haven't received the footage from Homewood Police Department. We are constantly being fed lies from Homewood Police Department and state. Y'all, I think we need to I really think that we need to we need to do like they did for George Floyd. Really, we do. It's a lot of peoples. It's peoples all in Alabama. I'm Montgomery. I wonder if they related to those peoples. Oh, this is sad. Wow. Wow. This is hurtful. This will probably take me on out. This is Girl, this hurts. Yes, no justice, no peace, no sleep. Justice for Jabari Peoples. Yes. Say his name. Hey, Chat and Chew. Girl, Chat and Chew, they tagging Ben Crump all through it, girl. Hey, Dreamy Girl. They don't have the same mother. They share the same father. Which one? You talking about the oldest? No, the oldest. Who? Wait a minute. Who? The oldest and him don't have the same mom? They always adding and taking away when it came to us. Yes, Tabby, that's exactly what they're doing. This is sad. So when do y'all think that they're gonna come out with the make your voice heard? What you say? Oh, your friend and deceased. Okay. Let me see what this one gonna say. Well, we need Al Sharpton. But he at? Where is the Black Lives Matter at? I want to read.
We are here. When families need us the most and are trusting us to be our best for their children. Here for all the little moments and major milestones.
Hey, Latte. Come on.
We are here for all the firsts and all the lasts.
Some breaking news, new details from Homewood Police about the officer-involved shooting that killed. 18-year-old Jabari Peoples. Good evening. I'm Sherry Jackson.
And I'm Carly Lang. This happened on Monday night in the parking lot at the Homewood Soccer Park. CBS 42's Scott Minshaw joins us now live in our newsroom. Scott, Homewood police say they will allow the family to see the video of this shooting, correct?
Yeah, that's right, Carly. Jabari Peoples' family says they haven't seen that video yet, and they do not believe what the Homewood Police Department says led up to the shooting. They say he was complying with what officers were asking him to do.
Yep.
Tonight, in a written statement, the Homewood Police Department says an officer was patrolling the Homewood Soccer Complex Monday night around 9:30 when he came across Jabari Peoples and another person in a vehicle. Police say as the uniformed officer approached the vehicle, he noticed a smell of marijuana. He then ordered both Peoples and the other person out of the car. While Peoples exited the vehicle, police say the officer noticed a handgun in the car door. The officer then tried to place Peoples under arrest for unlawful possession of marijuana. The release goes on to say that Peoples began to resist, breaking away from the officer and grabbing the gun. Police say the officer then fired one shot, hitting Peoples. The 18-year-old was transported to the hospital where he later died. Jabari Peoples' cousin, Deandra, who was speaking on behalf of the Peoples family, says they have spoken with the person who was in the car with Peoples Monday night. The story they have heard is different from what police say.
Jabari's and the young lady was out at the park. They wasn't aware that an officer had pulled up. The officer didn't have any lights on. He tapped on the window and asked him, "Little boy, what are you doing here?"
Little boy.
And then they got out the vehicle, and he was, from what we're told, the young lady said he was cooperating, doing everything that the officer asked him to do.
Sherry, right now, the Peoples family says they have not yet seen that body camera video, and this investigation is being headed by the Alabama Law Enforcement Agency. Back to you.
Scott.
Wow. Hey, Candy. Why do they always say they smell Mary Jane? I know. Hey, Danny. Hey, Aaron. Right. They always, and so what? They need to go and legalize that mess. Shoot. Get on my nerves. Ooh. Alabama need to be doing a protest. We need to say his name, baby. This need to get out. Ooh, I'm looking for something, y'all. That's why I'm quiet. I know. She said, why is it every time someone ends up shot by police, the story always, wait a minute. She says, why is it that every time someone ends up shot by police, the story always puts all the blame on the person who got killed before we ever see any video or hear from witnesses? Yes, they do. They make it like they just bad.
Murder him. Let the truth be told. Y'all got to be, and I'm saying y'all, and I'm including myself, we got to be the most humble people in the world. I made a pledge last week, and the pledge was no more black murders, black on black murders in Birmingham. That was the pledge. I stand on that pledge. But this isn't what it's about right now. We already know what's going on in East Lake. Y'all got the people on the riff-raff. You got the elderly thinking it's okay to be in a cage. We understand that. We already know that the crime rate has went down some, but we know it ain't an all-time low. Birmingham and Afghanistan. But my question is, I want y'all to say this name right here for me. Jabari Peoples, Latrell, Baba, whatever name, I want y'all to say it. Some of y'all don't know him, so I'm going to give you an introduction to him.
I never heard of that one, Lolita.
Jabari Peoples. I want y'all to continue to say that name. And the reason I want y'all to say that name is I want y'all to join me on this boycott with Homewood. Not just the police, the whole city of Homewood. Because this happened on their watch with their officers. How you gonna unalive a young black man that didn't have a gun, and now you're gonna say he was trying to take your gun? Hey man, you are the police. First of all, you're not gonna have no suspect of your sort or any individual up on you where they can reach for your gun. Come on now. Homewood, Mount Brook, Hewitttown, Hoover, don't none of y'all white cops play none of that. You ain't even finna let a black man, y'all pull me over at 5 and y'all had guns on me like this, and I ain't had a nail gun. And I was in between Mount Brook and Homewood.
You better say it.
So this been going on. Murderham, Afghanistan. Y'all know.
I don't know. It's having trouble. He died at just 18 after what was supposed to have been a routine check on a parked car turned fatal. Jabari Latrell Peoples was inside the vehicle at Homewood Soccer Park when Homewood officer approached him. The place was empty, just Jabari in the car. Police say the struggle broke out. They claim Jabari had a handgun. Then that's when the officer pulled the trigger. Jabari was still breathing when the medics arrived, but he was declared dead minutes later at the hospital. The officer walked away with only minor wounds. You know what? I couldn't imagine what that, because y'all know the cousin said, he said, "What are you doing, little boy?" Y'all know that's a racist slang for a white person to say that. But I can't imagine how this baby felt at that time of, everything happened so fast. It says 18, Nina Taylor says 18-year-old Jabari Peoples is dead, shot by police in Homewood. The body cam footage exists, but under HB 289, the department can legally say no to his family. No answers, no justice, just silence protected by the law. I'm Nina Taylor, a real public servant who will always put the people of the state first, because if a camera witnessed it, if a camera witnessed it, so should the family and the community that lost their loved one. Alabama need leaders who won't vote to cover up the truth. Amen. Everybody knows Homewood has a reputation for targeting us. So this is something that, what I'm learning is, this is something that they do up in that area. Targeting us. They don't like us. They never will. This is proof that they are protecting their own instead of being on the right side of justice. Wow.
Heaven couldn't wait for you.
Oh, I don't like that song. Oh, this is his page, y'all. Oh my God. This is his page. This must be his mom. Oh, he's so handsome. Oh, no, that wasn't his mom. Wow. Y'all, this is sad. Wow. Hey, Michelle's. Hey, Creisha. Sundown town, probably. Yep, where you can't. It is some cities, some small little country cities that black people can't get caught at in down here. Coleman is one, Huntsville is one. I think Decatur, Alabama is one. And I think Decatur is where me and my sister, we were coming back from Pennsylvania. My grandma had passed and was coming from her funeral. I was pregnant with Aiden. And it was raining really, really bad. And we were North Alabama. We had literally just touched north. And I want to say it was Decatur, and we had to pull off. In a town that didn't have nothing. It was dark. It was raining. We had already been on the road for like 12 hours. So we were tired. We had my niece with me. She was like 5 at the time. Y'all, hey, Chandrika. Hey, Pammy Pooh. She was like 5 at the time. And y'all, we had to pull over because it was raining so bad, y'all. And when we pulled over, y'all, do y'all know outside, wherever we was, because it was dark, we couldn't see or anything. We could not. Okay, we could not. Yes, Coleman is definitely a no. Yes. Okay, I'm finna end the live. The cousin or aunt said they didn't find out he was deceased until the next morning at 9:30. She said the hospital told them that somebody had ID him. Yep, that's true. I said all of that. But y'all, it was a dog outside where we was, and y'all, oh my God, the dog was like Cujo, kept barking at us and everything. Girl, that was the scary shit. Then we was in this hickey white town. We was like, oh God, they gonna kill us. I was like, let me get out of here. Let me get out of here. But this is so sad, y'all. Really, it is. I have no words. I'm gonna turn this into a video though. It's not gonna be a live. It's gonna be a video. All CCs and reporters get ready for the Carmelo trial in Texas. We all need the support. Oh yeah, because they indicted him. I was so hurt behind that. Why did they do that? All right, y'all. We're going to go over here. I think, hold on, let me see. Let me pull up the truth up over there. Oh, no, I can't do that on this live. Can't even do that. All right, y'all. I'm going to end the live. Yes, with a promising future. Yes. All right, y'all. I'm going to end the live. Y'all go over there and support 2K. Y'all like my real hair? Chandrika says she driving. All right, y'all. I love y'all. See y'all. Bye. Thank you, Dreamy Girl. Thank you, Candy Kisses.